to police activity at a local restaurant. A 5-block radius is currently shut down until further notice. Do not go towards the area.
Local area emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Oklahoma Police Department. Animatronics have escaped from a local Freddy Fazbear's restaurant. Residents are advised to shelter in place immediately, as one of these animatronics, called Foxy the Pirate, attacked the child earlier today. It is unknown on why the animatronic attacked the child, but due to the ongoing threat to the public, residents are advised to shelter in place immediately.
Civil danger for areas near the Freddy Fazbear restaurants in El Paso. The following message is transmitted at the request of the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. Animatronics from the area Freddy Fazbear pizzerias from within the city limits of El Paso have escaped and are now roaming freely through the area. Residents are to shelter in place immediately, as these animatronics appear to be aggressive towards civilians and have jumped and or attacked their victims, injuring or killing their victims. Residents near any of these restaurants are to shelter in place by locking doors and windows.
The emergency alert system has been activated. Please tune to channel 14 for further details.
Civil danger for portions of Brazoria, Fort Bend, Harris, and Montgomery counties. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Texas Department of Public Safety. Several animatronics from the closed Freddy Fazbear pizzeria has now escaped and are now roaming throughout areas nearby to the restaurants. A civil danger is in effect, and residents are advised to shelter in place immediately, as these animatronics had mauled and killed their victims. This is an extremely dangerous situation. Please take action now.
An urgent message. For the following areas, the state of Oklahoma. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Oklahoma Department of Public Safety. Animatronics have escaped numerous Freddy Fazbear pizzeria restaurants and are now roaming the streets. Rainfall in the area appear to not have stopped these animatronics. If you are near these restaurants anywhere in the state, You are to shelter in place immediately. To shelter in place, go inside and take any pets with you. Close and lock all windows and doors. Turn off fans, air conditioner, and furnace if possible. Close the fireplace damper if not in use. Go to an interior room without windows if possible. Wait for an all clear.
We interrupt this program to activate the Texas Emergency Alert System. Important information will follow. This is an activation of the Texas Emergency Alert System requested by the Texas Department of Public Safety. This message is in regards to a statewide event occurring at numerous Freddy Fazbear pizzerias and within the surrounding area of these restaurants. Shelter in place if you live anywhere near these establishments. Widespread reports are that animatronics have escaped from numerous amounts of these restaurants and are attacking civilians in the streets. These animatronics can also give out a high-pitched scream and can give off a foul odor. If you are in the vicinity of any of these animatronics, you are advised to run away from them immediately. To shelter in place, you must ensure that your doors and windows are locked. Do not approach these animatronics as they are extremely dangerous. This concludes the activation of the emergency alert system. We now resume normal programming.
We interrupt this program because of a state emergency. Important information will follow. We interrupt this program to activate the Louisiana Emergency Alert System at the request of the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness at 4:07 p.m. A state of emergency is in effect. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Governor's Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness. Animatronics throughout numerous Freddy Fazbear pizzerias have escaped and are now roaming the streets. They have mauled and killed their victims. A shelter in place is now in effect for areas near these restaurants. Police have attempted to have taken out these animatronics, but were unsuccessful. Residents near these restaurants are advised to shelter in place immediately and ensure that all doors and windows are locked.
This is an emergency action notification requested by the White House. All broadcast stations and cable systems will follow activation procedures in the EAS Operating Handbook for a national level emergency. The President of the United States or his representative will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Important instructions will follow. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This cable system has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most cable systems will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is Buckeye Cable Systems. We will continue to serve the Toledo area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to cable systems providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Toledo area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated to keep you informed. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Buckeye Cable System. This cable system will continue furnishing news, official information, and instructions for the Toledo area. If you're not in the Toledo area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station or cable system in your local area. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Buckeye Cable System. This cable system will continue furnishing.
Stand by for a message from a designated representative of the President.
Good afternoon. The President would like me to make this statement. A national incident that can only be thought of in movies is occurring across the United States. Animatronics from the restaurant chain called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria has seemed to have escaped. We have investigated these events further and have determined that this is not, I repeat, not a cyber attack on the United States. These animatronics have come to life and are killing innocent people. The President has authorized me to say that efforts are underway to defeat these, robotic murderers. At this time, the President is allowing the governors of all states to authorize a shelter-in-place order. This shelter-in-place order is in effect for areas near these restaurants. That is all I have to say at this time. Thank you. And may God bless the United States of America.
This concludes this presidential message. We now return to the emergency alert system.
This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations may now resume.
Civil emergency message. This message is from the Colorado Department of Public Safety. The Colorado National Guard has been deployed into Boulder, Denver, Fort Collins, and Colorado Springs in an effort to defeat these animatronics. Residents are advised to shelter in place within these cities near the Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria.
The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government. Efforts are being made to defeat these animatronics, and residences are advised to continue to stay indoors until efforts are completed. This is an administrative message from the United States government. We now return to normal programming.
you